All right, good morning. Welcome to another session. I hope you are doing well. Today is Tuesday, the 25th of November, 2025. And we are here one more time to go through what price is wanting to do. Now, we are starting with the dollar index, and as you can see on my screen, dollar index has dropped down on a Tuesday into that daily fair value gap, a huge one. Now the question is, do we expect them to go all the way down, close that in? The answer is no. I don't expect that. So the low of the week is likely gonna form in here. Okay. The low of the week is likely gonna form in here. Now exactly where, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So the exact level will be determined by time of the day, and then we wait for price to show us. So maybe right now there is a New York gap within it, and I've highlighted that, and I'm watching, right, to see what price will do whilst we are here. So now that we've traded to that during this New York session, do we reject and go up? Do we trade through it? If we trade through it, then we mark the next one, which the next one will be right here. Then this down candle, So roughly between the low and the 50%, that is where price will give us what it wants to do. Okay, so that is the area you watch with time of the day. Hence where we are now, I can even expand that into this whole area, right? Because that whole area is all New York session, and price can reject from there, and then we can go back up again. Okay, so with that, you can look at the euro, and then obviously the euro has also traded into the opposite of what the dollar is doing inside that. I think yesterday we spoke about it, that we want to see them trade into the gap and then give us a rejection. So that is what you're gonna start looking for. Let me remove this drawing and highlight the first gap, which is this one here. That's the first New York one, and that is where they've traded to. The second one is up here, so I can highlight all of this area. As a matter of fact, euro is the direct opposite of dollar index. They close almost 90% or 98% of the dollar index is euro. So whatever dollar is doing, euro does completely the opposite. So sometimes you can just trade euro on its own with the dollar index. But anyway, that is how it looks like. Now, okay, now looking at how or where price is now, anything can happen all over here. Okay, that is basically what I'm drawing your attention to. Anything can happen. So it's not a matter of I'm gonna sell here and then put my stop loss. I'm gonna sell here and put my stop loss. What you need to do is just sit and wait, because from the weekly perspective, right, we closed bearish, so we are bearish. This is just manipulation, which is the power of three, the open, manipulation up, and then rejection to go lower. That is basically what is happening. Hence, you need to sit tight and wait. Therefore, when it's going to reject, we don't know, but that is going to be based on time and price. So right now we have price and you are waiting for time. New York session. Okay, so wait patiently and let's see when we get the rejection. You can start looking at it from the lower time frame. Maybe you can start looking at it from the lower time frame perspective, and then start looking at order flow on the lower time frame. So maybe let's say on a 5 minute chart, right? Currently order flow is bullish, right? We're expecting fair value gap down candle, fair value gap down candle. So the 5 minute chart, the moment we lose one down candle, right, then you know it's time to go down. Then you can start looking for the sell. Okay, or if you want to use the higher time frame, 1 hour time frame, the same thing. You can wait for the down candle to lose or a fair value gap to be lost, and then you can look for the sell. Okay, so the framework is lower prices, but we are waiting, and the confirmation you can start looking for it on the lower time frame, including the British pound. So it goes all the way to the British pound. Let me remove all these. Okay, so the British pound is also included. I was watching this fair value gap as well. It looks like they've traded all the way through, but I don't think it's closed yet. When I say closed, this candle has not closed yet, so it doesn't have any effect on what price is doing whatsoever. We are also having an up candle here prior to all this move down. So again, just watch on the lower time frame, similar to what I just showed you on euro, to see when price decides to go lower, right? Then we can start looking for lower prices. Okay, so British pound, sit patiently, wait, let price confirm that we are going lower, then you start looking for sell ideas. Okay, okay. The next one is euro pound. On euro pound, okay, I think this is from last week, that price is likely gonna move from that H4 candle and then come down here, and then once we do this week, based on the weekly time frame perspective, we can come and take out a previous week low and reject and go back up. So again, still too early, I would say, to look for a trade idea on euro pound. Wait, let the H4 give us a confirmation. Now, I think last week I was mentioning that if they close through this, they can break this down candle and trade somewhere here. That's also still a possibility, that if we close through the gap, they can trade into this range, that 50% area. That is still a possibility. So patient, okay, because today being Tuesday, it can reject the previous week low, go up, because this down candle is still active, or because we have this up candle today closing below, that will make this up candle a bearish order block, and then we will look for a continuation to the downside. So just sit tight and wait. Let's see how price will trade here, and based on that we can start looking for reasons to either go short to attack the low and in here, or go long if we reject the previous week low. Gold, yesterday I spoke about price attacking either the high or the low. Looking at how aggressive it went for the high, and the fact that we've closed above this down candle, I will look for potential buys. The only problem is we have the gap still open, this one, and since the weekly profile can suggest Monday, Tuesday going up and then rejecting, that could be the case where we don't go up and then we come back down to attack this low. So it will be very dangerous to look for a buy to continue going up because of the gap that we have here. So on the H4, the fact that we've actually been closed below this up candle after taking out the previous week high, I'll probably look to sell it to come and attack this low for now. Okay, I'll look to sell where we are to come and attack this low for now, and then I'll leave something on to see how far it's gonna go. Now if we stop out and close above the up candle, if we close above this one, then I'll switch and then I'll buy long to continue going up. Okay, now let me explain again. We've taken out the previous week high, we've closed below this up candle. Ideally that up candle will become a bearish order block. We are not supposed to break it, so this will be a pullback, and then we come and attack this low, and you can leave something on to see how far down we're gonna go. However, if they are not using this high to create reasons to go lower, then let this candle close above, hence you will get stopped out. Once it closes above, then you will look for potential buys, because then this will be an accumulation, an area of accumulation. They are buying in there with the down candle, and then price will continue going up. Okay, so that's basically what you can do with the gold market this afternoon. Now, which one do I recommend? Personally, if you want, then maybe the sell will be the best idea. Okay, the sell will be the best idea, simply because of the H4 down candle that we've closed. The H4 down candle, this one closing below that, using the previous week high as a PDRA, or as a reason that they've created this order block. Okay, crude oil, not sure what it's doing. I think I've said it several times. I'm gonna stay away for now, and then I'll come back to it when it does make sense. Right now it doesn't make sense to me, so I'm gonna stay away from it, and then once it makes sense again, I will engage it. So sit on your hands and wait. Okay, crude oil is not making sense. What can you trade this afternoon is look at euro and British pound. Look at the order flow on the lower time frame. You can even start from 1 minute if you want. Okay, 1 minute order flow, and then see, do we break it? Because if we break it again, because of price above previous day's high, that will mean a whole lot. Okay, that will mean a whole lot. So begin with the euro and the pound on the 1 minute, 5 minutes, and then look at the order flow on those time frames. And anytime we give up, then you engage. Yes, same thing. I'm watching that up candle. I think yesterday I spoke about it. If we break it, we are going long. For now, I'm not sure whether it's gonna hit this and then go down or break it, but if we break, I know we're gonna go up. Now on the monthly time frame, we've taken out the previous month low. Okay, so it'll be a great idea for price to resume going up. Hence, maybe they might not do that now, because we've got 1, 2, 3 days for the month to end, and then next week Monday's up candle will reject, and then candle will reject, and then come maybe down here. But next week Monday, it will not take out this low, but rather go up, because it will give us this as a rate. Hence, next month candle doesn't need to come down here. We will just begin the month and then we go up. Okay, so wait and let's see what price is gonna do today. And you can see I did highlight some New York fair value gaps over here, this being the first one, and then the second one here. I wanted to see what price is gonna do in there during the New York session, and it looks like it's responding, but we'll see. Let's go over here. Aussie dollar. I think Aussie dollar also has a potential to continue going down this week, so we have a nice bearish order block here on the H4. That will be, I would say, the level that I don't want price to trade through. Okay, I don't want to see price trade through that. So this week we might get a continuation to the downside, but they will come here in here for more reasons why price will go lower. Right, meaning this area is likely gonna form the high of the week, and then we go down. Okay, so watch it closely, especially this last up candle and that fair value gap over there. That is your closest to where price can form the high of the week. All right, so watch that, because I like it. If you look on the H4, it's similar to if I can go back to which one, euro pound. Okay, notice that H4, that, okay, this one is similar, H4, and then price came all the way down to attack that low over there. Okay, so that's a high probability that we will come down one more. So on the H4, this up candle should be your anchor point where price will reject and come back for this low. Dollar yen, we are looking for, I think, roughly 50% for the low of the week to form. Then you can look for longs. So again, stay patient, they're gonna start looking for reasons for price to continue going up. The daily is still bullish. This is just a pullback. We spoke about this one too. They're going all the way up to here. So continuation to the upside, highly possible. I think yesterday this was a pullback. I talked about it and then they rejected. So far so good. And then dollar CAD, we are coming for this equal high. So far so good. I think that's where price is heading for. Then let's move to the crypto market. I'm watching the euro and the pound on a 1 minute chart on a different screen, and it looks like the 1 minute chart has broken the last down candle, which on the 5 minutes, once the 5 minutes candle closes, that can become a bearish order block. Okay, so I'm just updating you on that as well, because I'm also interested in seeing the high of the week form on euro and the pound. So again, it's entirely up to you which one you want to go for. I'm watching both of them because I would like to get some piece as well. I would like to get some of the someone say I want to get some of the money. So let's see if we can continue going down with the break of the down candle on the 1 minute. Now 1 minute is not strong enough, but that's where price can begin, and then it will move down gradually. I'll come back to that. But Bitcoin, we are still bearish. We are still looking for lower prices. Now I think I've given you in-depth understanding of what is likely, because if the month we go about five, yes, because this goes all the way to the weekend, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to go till Sunday, and I don't see that happening because 1, we have a gap here, 2, we have an up candle here, so price coming all the way up, closing above the fair value gap. It's possible, but not likely. Okay, hence I want to be patient and then see what this gap this week is going to do, especially between today and tomorrow, because so far we've kind of reacted from it and we've had nothing yet. Okay, we've reacted, but we've not broken down yet. On the lower time frame, we have an impulse leg with the fair value gap in New York. Do we lose that? Because if we lose that, definitely price will continue going down. Okay, so watch this New York impulse leg Bitcoin. If we lose it, look for the continuation to the downside, and that will translate to all the other cryptocurrencies. So Ethereum, we are still bearish. 618, 70.5, and then 79. Solana 95.25. That's the downside objective. XRP, that one I've mentioned, leave it alone. Hype, you're looking for 24. Then Chachki, I think we are getting some response, but it's not strong enough. Okay, this big drop, if we want to see anything meaningful, we have to be going above that up candle. Okay, so no hype yet, but if you're looking for anything meaningful, then we have to break this. Then AI16Z, that is almost at the level that I called yesterday, 0.04. We are still trending down, and that will be there's a fair value gap there. Price is inside it, so the high of it comes in at 0.012. The closing of it comes in at 0.04. So that's where we are now, and the middle is roughly where we are. So we can probably wait for price to give us more of what Bitcoin is going to do, then we can engage with this. Okay. All right, so now let's go back to what I was documenting, or what I was saying about the 1 minute chart here. This is what I was talking about, that they've traded through that 1 minute chart. So order flow on the 1 minute chart has now switched. That means now on the 5 minutes we will have a bearish order block here, and that could be the beginning of the reversal. It's not strong enough, but that will be where it starts from, because at some point, if it's truly a reversal, you're gonna see a continuation to the downside and then a break. Then that 15 minutes will also give you a break of structure. Then you can switch to the 1 hour, and then the 1 hour will also do the same thing. Okay, so that's the what's the name for it, sequence. Okay, so the sequence, it starts from 5, actually start from 1. So 1 break structure, then 5 break structure, then 15, then 15 break structure, then 1 hour, and so on. So if you have the right level, okay, if you're at the right level, you can get a sell on the 1 minute and then hold it, because that 1 minute sell will be where price will never breach again. So if I go back to the 1 minute, with price breaking this down candle, right, this high, price shouldn't breach it again. So selling here and then looking for lower prices, you could be catching the reversal at a very high level, because 1 minute chart, if you go to the 15 minutes, you're actually selling this order block before it actually breaks 15 minutes to give you a fair value gap to trade and sell. Okay, so yeah, that is that for the euro, and you can look for the same thing on the British pound as well. I think British pound on the 1 minute has also broken the down candle over here, so the same narrative goes for the British pound. Okay, all right, so that is all I have for you for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you same time tomorrow for another live session. Until then, take care.